This is the story of how a company that owned our kitchens during the pandemic lost nearly everything. In 2021, HelloFresh was the king of the meal kit industry, valued at over $20 billion and praised as the future of food. But today, in February 2026, that empire is crumbling. From a 90% stock market crash to shocking investigations involving child labor and animal cruelty, the company is fighting for its life. The brand promised to change the way we cook, but the reality isn't just about food. It is about a business model built on secrets that are finally coming to light. To understand the crash, we have to look at the climb. When the world locked down in 2020, HelloFresh didn't just grow, it exploded. Restaurants were closed, grocery lines were terrifying, and a box of pre-portioned ingredients delivered to your door felt like a necessity rather than a luxury. Their stock price shot up to over 140 euros. They weren't just a food company anymore, they were a tech favorite, valued higher than major airlines. Investors poured billions into the belief that we would never go back to grocery shopping again. But they ignored a major flaw in the plan. People don't like being trapped in subscriptions, and eventually, the world was going to open back up. By February 12, 2026, the picture looks horrifying for investors. That share price, which once soared above 140 euros, has collapsed to around 6 euros. That is not a correction, that is a catastrophe. In their recent financial updates, the company admitted that revenue is shrinking rather than just slowing down. The meal kit business, which is their core product, is expected to drop by more than 10% this year alone. The market cap has evaporated, wiping out billions in value. The company that could do no wrong is now scrambling to cut costs, but their methods for saving money have created entirely new nightmares. The financial numbers are bad, but the customer numbers are worse. In 2024, HelloFresh had over 7 million active customers, but that base is eroding fast. The problem is a concept called churn. This industry has always struggled to keep people, but now it is bleeding users. The cost of living crisis changed everything. When inflation hit, a subscription service that charges a premium for someone else to measure your rice became the first thing families cut from their budgets. To make matters worse, HelloFresh stopped focusing on getting new customers because it became too expensive. Instead, they pivoted to squeezing more money out of the people who stayed, a strategy that often backfires when your service is already seen as a luxury. We are looking deep into every scandal hitting this company. So, if you want to stay ahead of the curve on business stories like this, hit that subscribe button. It helps us keep the lights on and the investigations coming. Now, let's look at the legal traps. For years, customers complained that leaving HelloFresh was harder than breaking out of a maximum security prison. Recently, this went from annoying to illegal. Thousands of users reported what they call zombie charges. These are fees that appear in your bank statement months or even years after you canceled your account. The company was accused of using manipulative designs, specifically built to trick you into reactivating your subscription. Sometimes, just clicking a comeback email to see a menu was enough to restart billing. This wasn't just a glitch. Regulators found it was a pattern. When governments started paying attention, the fines started rolling in. The consequences of these traps arrived in August 2025, when HelloFresh agreed to pay $7.5 million to settle a lawsuit in California. Prosecutors allege the company violated the automatic renewal law by making it incredibly difficult to cancel and failing to disclose terms clearly. But that wasn't the end of it. Just 2 months later, in October 2025, regulators in New Zealand fined them nearly $900,000 for similar misleading practices. They were cold-calling former customers and tricking them into reactivating subscriptions under the guise of surveys or discounts. These lawsuits destroyed consumer trust. When a food company starts acting like a scam artist, people stop eating their food. While the lawyers were fighting in court, customers in the kitchen were noticing that the food was shrinking. Social media is flooded with photos of sad carrots and garlic cloves the size of a fingernail. This is shrinkflation at its worst. Users reported that protein portions were getting smaller, while prices kept creeping up. A meal that used to feed 2 adults generously began to look like a light snack. When your entire business model is based on convenience and quality, sending someone a limp scallion and a tiny potato isn't just a mistake, it is an insult. This decline in physical product quality drove the churn rate even higher, creating a downward spiral where cost-cutting led to more cancellations. If shrinking carrots were the only problem, HelloFresh might have survived. But the ethical scandals were far darker. In a shocking investigation, the animal rights group PETA revealed that coconut milk suppliers in Thailand were using forced monkey labor. These animals were chained, beaten, and forced to climb trees to pick coconuts for hours on end. HelloFresh had previously claimed their supply chain was clean, but the evidence suggested otherwise. Although the company pledged to stop sourcing from these suppliers in March 2023, the damage to their reputation was done. For a brand that marketed itself to conscious, eco-friendly millennials, being linked to animal cruelty was a public relations nightmare that no amount of free box coupons could fix. The scandals didn't stop with animals. In December 2024, a report from ABC News revealed that the U.S. Department of Labor was investigating HelloFresh for alleged child labor violations. Investigators found teenagers, some as young as 14, working illegally in a factory in Illinois. These weren't kids making pocket money. They were allegedly migrant minors working night shifts in hazardous conditions with dangerous machinery. While HelloFresh denied knowingly hiring minors and blamed staffing agencies, the optics were devastating. A company worth billions, delivering convenient dinners to suburban families, was allegedly being powered by the exploitation of vulnerable teenagers in the dead of night. While they were dealing with child labor accusations in America, a different labor war was brewing in the UK. In October 2024, HelloFresh fired 79 workers at their warehouse in Nuneaton. The workers and their union claimed it was retaliation for speaking out against difficult working conditions, including strict break times that allegedly prevented staff from using the toilet. The company called the dismissals a result of a serious breach of contract, but the community union called it a disgrace. This aggressive stance against organized labor fits a pattern. In the US, they had previously paid thousands of dollars a day to anti-union consultants. It painted a picture of a corporation at war with its own workforce. HelloFresh spent millions telling you they were the first global climate-neutral meal kit company. It was a great selling point, but a German court ruled it was a lie. In a major ruling that hit late in 2023 and rippled through 2024, the court banned them from making this claim. The issue was their use of carbon offsets, which basically means paying to plant trees elsewhere to excuse the emissions they created. The court found these offsets were not enough to back up their bold marketing. This was a massive blow to their green image. They were forced to scrub the claims from their website, leaving customers to realize that all that plastic packaging and shipping wasn't as eco-friendly as they had been told. When customers tried to leave, HelloFresh used brute force digital harassment rather than just dark patterns. In January 2026, the UK's Information Commissioner's Office fined the company £140,000 for a massive spam campaign. The investigation revealed they had sent nearly 80 million spam emails and 1 million texts to people who had specifically opted out of marketing. 80 million unwanted messages shows a level of desperation. A healthy company doesn't need to illegally harass people to get them to buy dinner. This fine was the final confirmation that their growth strategy had turned toxic. Realizing the traditional meal kit model is sinking, HelloFresh has placed all its bets on a new option called Factor. This is their ready-to-eat brand, which delivers fully cooked meals you just heat up. It is currently the only part of their business that is actually growing. In 2025, while meal kits tanked, Factor's revenue climbed. The company is now aggressively marketing this as the future, hoping to capture busy professionals who don't even have time to chop a vegetable. But analysts warn this might not be enough. The ready-to-eat market is even more crowded than meal kits, with supermarkets and local delivery services offering cheaper, fresher alternatives without the subscription commitment. The main problem underlying all these scandals is simple math. It costs HelloFresh a fortune to acquire a new customer by offering free boxes, heavy discounts, and influencer sponsorships. In the past, this worked because customers stayed long enough to pay back that cost. Now, they don't. The lifetime value of a customer has crashed. People sign up for the free week and cancel immediately. This leaves HelloFresh with all the marketing bills and none of the profit. It is why they resorted to the spam, the difficult cancellations, and the cost-cutting on ingredients. They are burning cash to chase customers who simply don't want to stay. While HelloFresh fights its internal fires, competitors are closing in. In the UK, companies like Gusto have chipped away at their dominance by offering more flexibility. In the US, premium grocery delivery and Uber Eats have made convenience instant rather than something you have to plan a week in advance. Even supermarkets have caught on, launching their own dinner bundles that you can buy on your way home from work with zero commitment. HelloFresh is no longer the unique innovator it was in 2015. It is just another option in a sea of food choices. And right now, it is often the most expensive and frustrating one. The stock is battered, the brand is tarnished by labor and animal cruelty scandals, and the core product is shrinking. But HelloFresh isn't dead yet. They still generate billions in revenue and have millions of customers who genuinely love the service. The pivot to Factor and ready-to-eat meals offers a glimmer of hope. But the days of unchecked growth are over. To survive, they need to stop fighting their customers and their workers and start fixing the product. If they don't, they risk becoming just another pandemic fad that couldn't survive in the real world. HelloFresh's downfall is a cautionary tale about what happens when a company prioritizes growth over ethics and customer trust. They tried to lock us in with subscriptions, cut costs with smaller portions, and ignored the warning signs in their supply chain. Now, they are paying the price. Whether they can rebuild their reputation is uncertain. But for now, the kitchen is closed. If you want more reports on the collapse of corporate giants, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next video.